Welcome back. Now it's time for top picks. The first one is First Capital REIT. Ticker here is FCR. What do you like about this business?
First Capital owns the finest portfolio of grocery-anchored shopping centers in Canada, frankly, globally. They own 22 million square feet of grocery-anchored shopping centers, but they have a further 24 million square feet of future density. That would be huge for any organization. That could be a REIT in of itself. Their shopping centers are in thriving neighborhoods where they have leading population density statistics, as well as household income growth. This REIT always used to trade at a premium to net asset value, yet over the past 5 years, it's traded at a discount. It's actually been one of the worst performing stocks over the past 5 years, notwithstanding the fact it owns the best assets. And when I talk about grocery anchored shopping centers, these are more necessity based retailers. Think Loblaw, Sobeys, Metro. I think together that's 20% of their rents. We think it's a great portfolio. We struggle with the fact that it trades at a discount to net asset value. Today, upwards of 27% discount to NAV on our numbers. And it's not surprising to us that we've seen some activism come into the stock just because unit holders are looking for them to close the gap. We continue to believe in the portfolio. We see nice growth in the portfolio, both internal growth as well as that development pipeline, and hence we think there's a great opportunity to buy a solid portfolio trading at a discount to net asset value.
Next, we've got Sun Communities, ticker here SUI, listed on the New York Stock Exchange.
So Sun Communities operates in the manufactured housing sector, in the RV park sector, as well as in the marina sector. This sector, the manufactured housing community sector, which is the majority of their portfolio, is an extremely recession resilient sector. If you think about it, this is like the last bastion of affordable living in the United States. People own their home and they simply pay land rent to go into one of these parks. There's a supply and demand mismatch. They're no longer building any of these, yet people continually want to live in these parks, particularly in geographies like California and Florida. Then if you look at the business itself, you still have, call it 6-7% rent growth next year. Everyone's concerned about a recession. Those are some great numbers. On the RV side, it's even higher, probably around 8%. And then even on the marina business, there's something like 12 boats for every one slip in the United States. So we love businesses where there's a supply and demand mismatch. And in this situation, particularly on the MHC side, they've never had a down year in terms of NOI growth. So we love the idea of buying this company. It trades at over 20% discount to NAV. It's very rare where you can buy this business at a discount to NAV. It typically trades at a premium, just like First Capital.
Okay, very interesting opportunity there. Finally, Dream Industrial REIT, ticker here DIR.
So Dream Industrial, of course, operates in the industrial warehouse sector. A very significant transaction happened earlier this month. Summit Industrial REIT is the subject of a takeover by a joint venture between the Singapore private sovereign wealth fund GIC and Dream Industrial in a 90-10 joint venture where Dream's only contributing 10% of the capital. That was purchased at a very attractive cap rate, $270 a square foot. And if you extrapolate those statistics to Dream Industrial, you'd find a stock trading some northwards of $18. Meanwhile, the stock today is priced around $12. I think what's most important about that Summit takeover is it shows that a very large, sophisticated foreign capital source was looking to come to Canada. They're looking at the public market, seeing the opportunity to buy real estate on sale and see the value in the private markets here. And so that really validates the Dream Industrial story. Hence, it also validates the Granite REIT story. And so hence, we're quite bullish on Dream Industrial and their business prospects looking forward.
That's great.